Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is going to be from the 15th to the 22nd, and I'm pulling you some more cards, Pisces, because you've got quite confusing reading. You've got Nine of Cups as your crowning card, the wish fulfilling card, emotional happiness. The Fool card is the foundation. It's that beautiful energy of new beginnings, hope, all possibilities. But you start the week with a little bit of mental conflict, okay? It's Swords cards, which tends to represent, I don't know, give me a minute to choose the right words here, Pisces. It can be, you know, it's about arguments between people. So quite often when it appears, it means, Pisces, that there's a defensive energy going on here. Okay, I'm going to pull you another, yeah, okay. It makes total sense. Anyhow, give me a minute. I'll go there in a minute, because the King of Swords was the solution. The King of Swords represents, I don't know what that word goes. Peace of mind, when you're no longer pushed and pulled into, I want to use the word ego conflicts, but please don't take that I'm making a judgment here, because don't forget, guys, I'm Pisces moon, and I get what these cards mean to me. But when you get pulled into conflict, it was you said that, and it turns into an absolute nightmare. That King of Swords is someone who sits on a throne, okay? And he's much more, I don't know what the word I can't pronounce it, but it's about owning your top chakras. Okay, you represent the crown chakra already, and he's pretty much there, which means he doesn't allow himself to be pushed and pulled by other people's conflicts. It's like sticks and stones energy. I pulled that Five of Swords today, and I'm in a conflict with someone, okay? But just to give you an example, I went home, I did my mindfulness, and I'm not in conflict with that person anymore. Be careful of your reaction patterns. That's what I want to say, because you've got a really beautiful, positive energy week, but there might be a little bit of conflict. Now you start the week, Seven of Cups with the Three of Swords, okay? So there might be a little bit of heartache here, a little bit of some pain resolved around a certain relationship, because it's the heart. But it's swords, remember, which means, now, I don't want to make a swift, opinionated comment here, but quite often the Three of Swords can point to past sorrow that still lingers within our heart, yeah? Past breakups, past separations. Some of you, I have to say, might be involved in a three-way situation, because you've got the Seven of Cups, which means you might not know the way forward, you might be a bit confused around an emotional issue, okay? Some of you don't know whether to let someone in or keep them out. The Seven of Wands. Behind that door lies our heart. And you might be a little bit guarded here, to tell the truth, Pisces. I'm still pulling additional guidance cards. See, it's a difficult one, because I know what these cards mean to me, but I don't want to put my experience onto you. But what's clear with that King of Swords is own that little bit of peace within you. So when someone says jump, you don't have to jump, because that's all mindfulness is taking that one step backwards, so you don't get involved in, when I say ego conflicts, it's just conflicts to do with the personality, because there might be a feeling of you feel that you need to stand up for yourself. And you do, and I get Pisces energy. Sometimes finding those boundaries can be hard. There's a tendency for people to take advantage of your compassion and your gentleness. So owning those boundaries can be quite a big thing. But I don't want you to get too lost in other people's issues, Pisces, because that's what can happen with these cards. It comes with a Justice card. The Justice card, again, is about Libra. So what it's saying is peace can be restored here. She wears a blindfold, remember, which means I don't really like that understanding of this card, but I'm trying to read it that way, because what it's saying is you sort of reap what you sow, okay? So if you don't want conflict, don't sow conflict. I really get how hard it is if someone's pushing your buttons, but look, you just got the Bereave card. Learn to take a minute to go within, to find that peace of the King of Swords, because he's got a crown. And he's got a crown because he owns his own energy. He doesn't get pulled into other people's issues, which, Pisces, is one of our life lessons, okay? You get the Breeze card. I'm going to pull you another card. Yeah, another card about resting. Resting, replenish your batteries, peace of mind again. This is really interesting because don't forget the crowning card is a Nine of Cups. So this is the wish fulfilling card, emotional happiness, emotional prosperity. And he's got enough to share because look at all his cups standing. Sometimes, Pisces, we get pushed around by people who don't have issues with putting themselves first. And I'm laughing because I know probably all of you are agreeing. Some people have no problem saying yes to themselves and their own desires. And quite often that's where a lot of our heartache comes from, because that's really, really not our essence. The Nine of Cups is sort of saying it's okay to look after your own emotional happiness, to have your wishes come true. And that Fool card is about all possibilities, because it's the zero. And if you don't want to take these, and I'm not going to say silly conflicts, because honestly, Pisces, I so get your energy. I really, really get your energy. But learning to count to 10, to take that split second before you react, is what moves our lives forward. So we really do move into the Fool card, because the Fool card carries nothing. The Fool carries nothing because he is that free spirit. And I regard the Fool card as the highest spiritual achievement. I am so far not there, but I try and hold it in my vision every day. And the way to not carry conflict is to try not react when someone's pushing your buttons or pulling you inwards. It's to get that little piece of calm. Okay, you then move on to the Knight of Cups, which is again emotional victory, winning the day. It's like, yes, you did it. You've got that holy grail. This can be but new love coming your way. The Knight of Cups comes in bringing love. He's with the King of Pentacles. So this could be a new romantic interest. It would be with one of the earth signs. I like it when water and earth come together, because in the astrological chart, they're really, really compatible. And I always think Pisces' dilemma is always about becoming more earth, moving into the Virgo energy. And I like it when these two come together. But there might be an earth sign, others could be work, moving towards new work, new financial stability, and new foundations. But this King of Discs is looking right at the King of Wands, okay, one of the fire sign kings. And this comes with the Tower, which, don't be frightened of the Tower, guys, okay. it's about wanting to break down the old structures so a new one can emerge. And I class the Tower card as one of the most spiritual of all the cards, because it can be that epiphany moment, that spiritual awakening, when we open our lives to a whole new destiny, because that's how we move towards the Fool card, the new beginning. Then you get the Magician, which is about having the power to make changes. But until you have this opening and this awakening, you don't get the Magician. You don't get all this new energy coming through into your body, trying to manifest all this new potential. My advice for you, Pisces, is to try to do all you can not to get involved with other people's issues. It's one of Pisces' life lessons. Yeah, just deep breaths, keep that mental calm, because there's so many beautiful energies coming through you. The Fool travels light, which means he doesn't carry anyone's issues. He gives people their issues back, because there's some sort of huge victory happening for you here. I think it's around the practical elements of your life. It might be with an earth sign or a fire sign. And the Tower needs to go. So I adore the Tower. It's that spiritual awakening card that we're opened up in a way to receive new knowledge and new insight, which is exactly what the Magician's doing as he starts to manifest his new reality. It comes right after the Fool card. But the only way to get there is to be empty of ourselves, because that's when the divine energy steps in. And until we do that, Pisces, we don't really get the life that we truly deserve and that we truly want. So my advice is, and I'm going to take my own advice, do not get involved with other people's issues. That's exactly what I'm picking up, what that 5's about and that 3's about. Just keep that guardian. If you need to keep yourself protected, you keep yourself protected, Pisces, okay? Because people take advantage of us. Tell the truth, be straightforward, truth be told. Okay, Pisces, I hope this helped, and lots of love. Bye.